supple up. Because things are about to get intense. The biggest and most destructive storms of the year are coming for mainland US. And I've got all the updates and information you need to know before they hit. Nationwide weather was escalate. As we approach the end of January, the United States is bracing for some of the most severe weather conditions of the year. Blizzard conditions have swept across Des Moines, Iowa, causing delays in football games and intensifying at an alarming rate. This is only a glimpse of what is to come as the Arctic blast takes hold. Des Moines, known for its passion for football, had to face an unprecedented situation this weekend. The blizzard conditions have caused a significant delay in a key football game. The heavy snowfall, accompanied by gusty winds, has made the visibility near zero, making it impossible to carry on with the game. The officials had no choice but to postpone the event, prioritizing the safety of the players and spectators. The situation has left fans disappointed, but the worsening conditions suggest that this was the best decision under the circumstances. But this isn't just a local issue. The Arctic blast is widespread, affecting millions with wind chill alerts in over 20 states. Montana, in particular, is experiencing dangerously cold temperatures. The mercury has plummeted to extreme lows, and the wind chill is making the situation even worse. It's not just uncomfortable, it's life-threatening. Residents are being advised to stay indoors, and emergency services are on high alert. Power disruptions are also a major concern. Heavy snowfall is causing power outages in places like Milwaukee, leaving thousands of residents without heating in these freezing conditions. The intense winds are creating massive waves in Michigan, threatening coastal areas and leading to fears of flooding. Emergency services are working tirelessly to restore power and ensure the safety of the residents. Meanwhile, the Northeast is battling with its own weather demons. A combination of heavy rain, strong winds, and flooding has resulted in submerged cars in New Jersey and a swept away fishing shack in Maine. The relentless rain and winds have made travel almost impossible, causing chaos on the roads and leading to numerous accidents. In New York State, officials have taken the unusual step of imposing a travel ban on certain highways due to the dangerous conditions. The blizzard, combined with the icy road surfaces, makes driving hazardous, and residents are being urged to stay off the roads unless absolutely necessary. Even the NFL's wildcard weekend has not been spared by this extreme weather. The blizzard is affecting the games with postponements and record-breaking cold temperatures for teams like the Miami Dolphins and Kansas City Chiefs. The players, used to battling opponents on the field, are now forced to battle the elements as well. Travel disruptions are widespread, with 1,200 flights canceled today alone. Airports are struggling to cope with the severe conditions, and passengers are facing long delays and cancellations. Travelers are being advised to check their flight status before leaving for the airport and to prepare for potential disruption. The cold air affecting us is the coldest of the season, with extreme wind chills reaching as low as 54 degrees in Montana. This contrasts starkly with Florida, which was basking in the upper 80s just yesterday. It's a stark reminder of the diverse and unpredictable nature of the weather across the country. It's crucial for everyone to take this weather seriously and stay safe. While it may be tempting to venture out, the risks are simply too great. Stay indoors, keep warm, and make sure to check on vulnerable neighbors who may need assistance. As we navigate through these challenging times, let's remember that we're all in this together. Taiwan election tensions rise. In the intricate web of international politics, certain events can have far-reaching implications. One such event occurred recently with the Taiwanese presidential election, which has drawn attention across the globe, particularly pertaining to its potential impact on US-China relations. The victory of William Lai in Taiwan's presidential election has been a subject of intense discussion. China's initial response to this political development was restrained, according to an analysis by the Council on Foreign Relations. However, experts predict that China will likely exert more pressure on Taiwan and its international allies in the future. Taiwan's election results pose a significant test for the island's ties with China. The United States Institute of Peace suggests that the election could upend US-China relations, with Taiwan navigating its increasingly volatile relationship with both superpowers. The Wall Street Journal adds that Lay's victory, seen by China as a dangerous separatist move, will test efforts by President Biden and next Xi Jinping to steady relations. Notably, a delegation from the United States met with Taiwan's next president, Lai Ching-te, further signaling the importance of Taiwan in U.S. foreign policy. This meeting also indicates a potential shift in Washington's approach to Taiwan, which could lead to increased tensions with Beijing. These developments come at a time when the United States is grappling with its own domestic issues. Governor Greg Abbott of Texas recently made controversial comments on the migrant crisis, sparking heated debates. While Abbott clarified his statements were outlining legal actions, the appropriateness of his remarks is still under scrutiny. As negotiations continue in Washington over border security, a complex issue with no easy solutions in sight, Texas officials have taken control of a public park along the border. This move underscores escalating tensions and the urgency for a resolution to the migrant crisis. The human aspect of this crisis cannot be overlooked. Questions are being raised about the impact on migrants seeking a better life in communities along the border. It's crucial that the migrant crisis is addressed with careful consideration and humane solutions, not just driven by policies and politics. As these events unfold, the nation is closely watching how the U.S. will navigate these challenging situations. The country's approach to the Taiwan issue and the migrant crisis will be a testament to its capacity to ensure fair and effective measures in both international relations and immigration policies. In conclusion, Taiwan's presidential election has set the stage for a potential shift in U.S.-China relations. As we continue to monitor these developments, it's clear that the stakes are high, not just for these three nations, but for the entire global community. These are indeed the storms of our time, testing the resilience and diplomatic acumen of our leaders. Through these challenges, one can only hope for outcomes that promote peace, stability, and prosperity for all. 3. Must seals missing at sea. The world is witnessing a different kind of storm, one that involves complex geopolitical dynamics and the lives of 2 U.S. Navy SEALs. Recently, 2 SEALs went missing off the coast of Somalia during a nighttime boarding mission, a high-risk task performed in the open ocean. This incident has not only cast a spotlight on the increasing activity and importance of the Gulf of Aden region for U.S. naval forces, but it also underscores the escalating tensions and challenges in this part of the world. The Gulf of Aden, a critical juncture between the Arabian Sea and the Red Sea, has become a hotspot for maritime dangers. Commercial ships have seen a surge in attacks by Iran-backed Houthi militants disrupting vital global trade routes. These attacks have led to an increased presence of U.S. naval forces in the region, highlighting its strategic importance. The disappearance of the U.S. Navy SEALs is a stark reminder of the risks involved in maintaining security in this volatile area. In response to the growing threat from Houthi militants, the United States, in a joint operation with the UK, has conducted a massive assault. Over 150 bombs and Tomahawk cruise missiles were deployed, targeting more than 60 Houthi sites across over 24 locations. This aggressive move shows the determination of the U.S. and its allies to protect global trade routes and neutralize threats to international peace and security. However, these military actions have far-reaching implications beyond the immediate conflict. Companies relying on these trade routes have been forced to make tough decisions about their shipping strategies. Some have opted for longer, safer routes, while others have increased their security measures. Regardless, these changes have significant impacts on global trade and economies, demonstrating how regional conflicts can reverberate across the world. On the ground, the situation is even more complex. Thousands are protesting against these strikes in Yemen, where the Houthis continue to align themselves with Hamas and its conflict with Israel. This intertwining of regional conflicts poses a significant challenge for foreign policy and global security. Policymakers must navigate this intricate web of alliances and rivalries while balancing the need for immediate security and long-term. The disappearance of the U.S. Navy SEALs and the subsequent military actions have sent waves across the globe, affecting everything from international relations to global trade. These events serve as a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of our world. Crisis in one region can quickly evolve into a global issue, affecting us all in one way or another. As we continue to monitor these unfolding events, one thing is clear: storms we face today are not just those of nature, but also of geopolitics. And just like the biggest storms of the year hitting mainland US, these geopolitical storms require our full attention, our best resources, and our unwavering commitment to peace and security. For Titan's hydrocarbon storm. The storms we encounter aren't always atmospheric disturbances. Sometimes they are seismic shifts in our understanding of the universe and our place within it. One such storm is brewing now following a groundbreaking discovery in the far reaches of our solar system. Scientists have detected hydrocarbons on Saturn's moon, Titan challenging our understanding of fossil fuels and potentially heralding a new era in energy policy and resource management. Hydrocarbons, the primary components of petroleum and natural gas, have long been associated with life and biological processes on Earth. However, their discovery on the frigid, lifeless landscapes of Titan raises intriguing questions about the origins of these compounds and their potential formation in cold, inhospitable environments like space. This finding was made possible through careful scientific exploration using spacecraft like Cassini-Huygens, a testament to the power of human curiosity and technological advancement. The extreme conditions on Titan suggest the possibility of abiogenic oil, or oil formed from non-biological processes. This theory has been debated in scientific circles, but the discovery on Titan certainly lends it more credence. If hydrocarbons can form under the harsh conditions on a distant moon, could similar processes be happening deep within the Earth's crust, unbeknownst to us? This discovery has profound implications for our understanding of Earth's geology and the abundance of energy resources that may be available. For centuries, we viewed fossil fuels as finite, non-renewable resources formed over millions of years from the remains of ancient plants and animals. But if hydrocarbons can form without biological input, as the evidence from Titan suggests, we might need to rethink this paradigm. Such a shift in perspective could have wide-reaching impacts on everything from energy prices to environmental policies and international relations. If hydrocarbons are more abundant than previously thought, our current strategies for energy consumption and conservation might need to be revised. This could potentially lead to lower energy prices, altering the economic landscape and possibly reducing tensions between oil-rich and oil-poor nations. Moreover, if hydrocarbons can form in cold, lifeless environments, it raises questions about the potential for life elsewhere in the universe. For a long time, the presence of hydrocarbons, particularly methane, has been viewed as a potential sign of life. The discovery on Titan complicates this assumption, but it also opens up new avenues for astrobiological research. In conclusion, the detection of hydrocarbons on Titan is a storm of scientific discovery that is set to sweep across our understanding of the universe, fossil fuels, and perhaps even life itself. As we brace ourselves for the biggest storms of the year here on Earth, let's remember that there are also storms of discovery, innovation, and understanding brewing out there in the cosmos, ready to reshape our world in ways we can only begin to imagine. 5. Looming food crisis. America grapples with a looming food crisis, an unfolding disaster that has been largely overshadowed by other events, but is no less significant. Recently, a massive fire devastated a Texas dairy farm, tragically resulting in the death of nearly 20,000 cattle. This incident, unfortunately, is not an isolated one. Across the nation, vegetable crops are being plowed under, millions of chickens euthanized, and feeder pigs disposed of in alarmingly large numbers. What was once a land of plenty now stands on the precipice of a food shortage, a reality that few could have envisioned just a short time ago. This crisis stems largely from the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, which disrupted logistics and led to the waste of produce and livestock on an unprecedented scale. Milk is being dumped, and cattle ready for slaughter are being depopulated due to a lack of processing capacity. These disturbing trends point to a systemic failure that needs immediate attention and action. Compounding this issue is an increase in meat imports from countries like Namibia, raising serious questions about the safety standards of these products. As we become more reliant on imported meat while local farmers face insurmountable challenges, the situation becomes increasingly concerning. The implications are far-reaching, threatening the livelihoods of American farmers and ranchers and potentially posing health risks to the public. The potential for a food shortage is real and imminent. It is crucial for consumers to remain vigilant and support local producers wherever possible. In doing so, we can help to bolster our domestic food systems and ensure the continued availability of safe, high-quality products. This crisis demands immediate attention and action from policymakers. It's time to advocate for transparent food systems and support local agriculture. As we brace for the biggest storms of the year, let's remember that not all storms come with wind and rain. Some come disguised as a silent crisis, slowly chipping away at our food security and disrupting our way of life. In conclusion, the food crisis in America is a storm that has been brewing for some time. It's a storm that threatens to hit the mainland US with full force if left unchecked. But it's also a storm that we can weather together. through collective action, policy changes, and renewed commitment to supporting our local farmers and ranchers. As we face this challenge, let's remember that the strength of a nation lies in its ability to feed its people. And in this regard, we all have a role to play. 6. Secrets of extraterrestrial encounters. In the realm of the unexplained and extraterrestrial, few names resonate as strongly as that of Jeremy Corbell. Known for his groundbreaking revelations about unidentified flying objects and potential extraterrestrial encounters, Corbell's work has not only captured public imagination, but also prompted serious discussions at the highest levels of government. The release of the jellyfish video, among other significant discoveries, underscored the potential implications these phenomena have for national security and led to congressional hearings. At a recent classified briefing, Corbell dropped yet another bombshell. He confirmed that the United States is in possession of intact spacecraft of non-human origin. More intriguingly, he suggested knowledge of alien bodies. This revelation, if proven true, could change our understanding of the universe and our place within it. Corbell's mentor, George Knapp, has been instrumental in this journey of revelation. Together, they have released videos and information that, while sensational, do not compromise national security. The jellyfish footage stands as a prime example of their careful approach to disclosure. It presents unquestionable evidence of unidentified aerial phenomena without giving away sensitive details that could jeopardize national defense. While Corbell's revelations are undeniably fascinating, the most striking takeaway from the classified briefing was the validation of specific claims about UFOs made by David Bush in his public congressional testimony. Bush, an intelligence officer tasked with investigating black programs, has interviewed over 40 people, pointing out the existence of non-human spacecraft and secret programs hidden from congressional oversight. However, amidst all of the talk of spacecraft and aliens, there's a human element to this story that is both compelling and concerning. People have been hurt in efforts to keep these secrets and to bring them to light. The struggle between the need for secrecy and the interest of national security and the desire for transparency has caused much personal and professional strife. The timing of the jellyfish video release, coinciding with significant government hearings, was not a coincidence. Corbell and Knapp strategically planned its impact, revealing a fascinating layer of orchestrated disclosure. This strategy was designed to maximize public attention and governmental interest, leading to more serious consideration of these phenomena. The story of David Bush is a testament to the existence of non-human spacecraft and secret programs hidden from congressional oversight. His investigations into black programs have revealed a complex web of secrets that the government would rather keep under wrap. The human cost of maintaining these secrets, as well as the potential implications for our understanding of the universe, makes this a story that cannot be ignored. While some speculate that information may come from the Air Force, it remains unclear where exactly these revelations are sourced. Regardless, the fact remains that we are on the cusp of a new era in our understanding of the universe, with figures like Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp at the forefront of this movement. The truth about UFOs and potential extraterrestrial encounters is slowly but surely coming to light. 7. Global trade at risk. Tensions are escalating in the Middle East as the United States and United Kingdom have conducted over 60 strikes targeting Houthi sites. This aggressive response comes on the heels of attacks on commercial shipping in the Red Sea, a vital artery for global trade. The implications of this conflict extend far beyond the region, threatening international commerce and testing alliances. Despite the onslaught, the Houthis, backed by Iran, remain defiant. Their support for Palestine and Gaza is unwavering, underscoring the complex web of interests that define politics in the Middle East. Religion, politics, and military affairs intertwine in a volatile mix that continues to challenge peace and stability in the region. In this intricate geopolitical landscape, President Biden faces a daunting task. He must ensure American interests and commerce while navigating the regional challenges that come with it. Balancing the need for security with the goal of fostering peaceful relations is no mean feat, and the stakes could not be higher. Adding to the gravity of the situation, Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin has had to direct operations from the hospital. His hands-on approach underscores the seriousness of the threat posed by the Houthi attacks and the critical nature of the US and UK response. Brigadier General Rob Spalding, however, offers a sobering perspective. He argues that military action reflects failed policies and comes at a high cost. The implication is clear. The current approach may not be sustainable or effective in the long run. This becomes even more apparent when considering the unintended consequences of recent US foreign policy decisions. The US approach to Iran, particularly the decision to remove the Houthi designation, has had ripple effect. It has emboldened the Houthis in complicated efforts to restore peace and stability in the region. China's support for Iran and the Houthis further complicates the situation. As a global superpower with its own interests in the region, China's involvement impacts the regional dynamics and complicates a strategy. Navigating this multipolar world requires deft diplomacy and strategic foresight. Given these complexities, it is clear that the US must reassess its strategies and diplomacy. Countering threats like those posed by the Houthis without resorting to perpetual conflict is a daunting but necessary task. The goal should be to foster peace and stability while protecting national interests. A delicate balancing act that will require all the diplomatic and strategic acumen at the US's disposal. The situation in Yemen serves as a stark illustration of the complexities of modern geopolitics. It is no longer just about military might. Diplomacy, economic influence, and ideological alignments play significant roles. Navigating this complex landscape requires a nuanced understanding of the various players and their motivations.